Well, good Sunday morning, everybody. From Matt, back here in my home county of Ottawa. This is the county here in Ohio where I grew up, born and raised, went to school, or just about ready to pass my church up here that I went to growing up. As you can see, it's quite foggy this morning, and it rained all day yesterday, and I was supposed to reschedule my Michigan trip today, but didn't sleep good last night and just decided I was going to go fishing. But of course, didn't count on it being this this foggy. We are approaching Lake Erie. Ottawa County is the county that abuts it here on the northwestern side. This is where Port Clinton is. The route that I'm on right now is how everybody up here would go to Cedar Point. I'm sure most people know Cedar Point, the roller coaster capital of the world. We're on Route 579 right now. Going to be connecting to Route 2. Route 2 is the one that goes across all of northern Ohio, from Indiana all the way over to Cleveland and beyond. Basically follows the perimeter of Lake Erie. I already have my bait. I'm using a different kind of bait today, so I don't need to stop at the my ex-fiance's bait shop, otherwise known as Happy Hooker Bait Shop. That is a joke. So I'm going to go to the pier today. My cousin Chris, who owns the cottage, got some friends over there, I understand, so I don't want to interfere with that, so I'll just go over here to the pier. Now, if it's this foggy here, it's going to likely be really foggy at the pier, and was hoping I could show you a brilliant sunrise, and you can see how light it is. In fact, when we make this curve here, you're going to see a little bit of orange and pink hue there in the sky. So there would have been a great sunrise if it weren't for the fog. Now, if we turned right here, that would be towards the cottage, Port Clinton, going east towards Cleveland, but we're obviously turning left, so this is west, going over here to Metzger's Pier. And again, for all the new people, I usually fish at the cottage in the early spring and then the late fall. Obviously, this year with the early spring, I had my knee surgery, so I couldn't go there as much. Some of you may remember I went out there in January when the lake was frozen solid. I also went to the pier here when it was frozen solid. So if you haven't seen that, I'll post it on my new travel page here as I'm starting to close down this page. I haven't been out here nearly as much. Again, part of that is because I've been healing from the knee surgery. So this will be the second time, I think, out here to fish. And I usually come out here on the three holidays, Memorial Day, Labor Day, and July 4th. Again, I was supposed to go to Michigan this weekend to look for places to live for the move, but that just, again, I didn't count on it. Friday, I had errands to run, and yesterday it rained all day, so can't do much about that. And then tomorrow's Memorial Day holiday, day before work. I just want tomorrow to be chill. I'm not going to be driving anywhere, so doing this morning. I'll be out here a couple of hours, as long as the fishing's good. And get some coffee on the way back. This feels like a Saturday. When you have these weird holidays, it messes your schedule up, so this feels like a Saturday, but it's Sunday, obviously. And for the new people on here, when we turn Metzger's Pier, again, I can't do anything about the fog, so it is what it is. This is where I saw that deer. If you saw the video that I posted a few days ago, where that deer was running alongside my truck and then cut across in the front, that's right up here. It's a long drive out to the Pier Road, and then it's a long drive out on the road itself as you follow the channel out to Lake Erie. It might open up a little bit out here. It just depends how windy it is. It's very still, which is great for fishing. If I could have fished at the cottage today, that would have been great. Because the waves are likely very, very calm. It's been very windy the last few days. It's very calm this morning. It's 53 degrees right now. Feels great. But with this fog, that means the humidity's up. But you don't feel it when it's 53 degrees. All right, so if you watch that deer running alongside my truck video, this should look familiar. At least what you can see of it. It was right up here where he was running alongside. It looks like the fog's getting worse, actually, as the closer we get to the water. So, and somebody pulled in there behind me back there, another fisherman. So I guess a lot of fishermen are going to be coming out here today. The channel up here, it's called Coulee Canal. And there's a big marsh up here. It's a big area, marshy area that duck hunters use. So I'm sure the Duck Dynasty folks would be quite happy with that if they lived up here. All right, we're going to make the turn here. Ooh, that's very watery right there. And there's already, I'm going to let this guy go around me. He's just going too fast. Yeah, look at that big boat. Oh, he was turning in there anyway. Okay. I didn't want him on my ass the whole way out here to the pier. All right, so the channel is on the left there. I know you can't really see it because of the fog. Let me see. It's not doing anything to when I run the. Oh, the water level is incredibly high. I know that's not going to mean anything to those of you that are watching that, but man, when I was out here in the early spring, water level was very, very low. And even the marsh there on the right. What is that in the road? Oh, there's some Canadian geese for you right there. Look at that. They're protected up here. Ah, that is a lovely sound. It's the sound of my youth. Know you're out here in the water. You can kind of see the watery marsh there on the right, but the channel's on the left. This is great bass fishing through here, bass and catfish fishing. And then we're going to turn right here, heading out to the pier. And it will dead end into Lake Erie. Wow, the water's high. I wonder how... I was out here last year right after the hurricane remnants that came up from the south, and it had flooded the parking lot up here. I couldn't even get in. A lot of people, again, in the fall, when they're out here duck hunting, they're going to park all alongside here. You hardly can get by on this road. Let me show you here. Here's the channel. And then over there is the marsh. You see how wet it is. Starting to open up a little bit now. I'm going to turn you off when I get up here because I don't really have a way to keep you on the live feed, and you can't really see the sunrise anyway. This is a perfect time to go fishing. It's not even 6 o'clock yet. It's 5:54. I wanted to get out here even earlier than this, but Okay, it is clearing up a little bit, but welcome to Metzger's Pier and Lake Erie, folks. You see the opening there on the... I think what I'll do is I'll get out and show you at least around up there really quickly at the end of the live feed. There's a couple people over there, but nobody up here fishing yet. Man, the water's high. I don't think I have ever seen it this high. And again, it's not going to mean anything to those of you that don't know. But for those of you that have seen these live feeds before, you're going to be astounded how high it is. All right, let me... you got to keep your windows only slightly cracked because we have these damn... I don't know if they're flies or whatever the hell they are up here. All right, let me get you out here and... Ooh, does it smell fishy? Oh, there's a lot of dirt up here too. I should have brought my new camp chair. But well, that's actually wave overflow right there. But this is Lake Erie. Again, you can't really see it, but wow, is that high. That's looking towards western Lake Erie. It kind of circles around over there. On a clear day, you can see Monroe, Michigan. And look back here at the channel. There's a boat coming by. Maybe we'll watch that and then end the live feed. Then here's the parking lot. This was all completely frozen solid back in January. There were actually snowmobilers that went by right here out on the lake. Looking that way on a clear day, you can see the Port Clinton, the Lake Erie Islands, Put-in Bay, South Bass Island. And then about 8 miles out there is West Sister Island. Again, you can't see it right now, but we'll watch this boat go by and call it a live feed. So, man, I was going to sit right here too. I should have brought that chair. Very calm lake, but normally the water, I mean, is hardly up on those rocks at all. The Don Lee. You're going out perch fishing, I would guess, or maybe walleye fishing. It's a little late in the season. I'm glad I brought my mosquito repellent. All right. Well, I'm going to do some fishing. Glad you were able to come along and see one of the 5 Great Lakes, the shallowest of the 5, the second smallest of the 5, behind, or ahead of, I should say, Ontario. And just 2 weeks ago, I was at the biggest, Superior. All right, everybody have a good Sunday. Happy Memorial Day. And we'll talk to y'all soon.